What's up, everybody? It's your man's KJ the Great, and welcome back to All Sports Media TV. I am your host, KJ the Great. But before I get started, I want to say I hope and pray everything is great your way. Now, let's talk about it. So, the WBO, World Boxing Organization, has officially ordered their junior middleweight champion, Sebastian Fundora, the Tower Inferno, to defend his WBC, WBO junior middleweight unified titles against the current newly crowned WBA champion, WBO interim champion, Terence Crawford, who's pound for pound #1 in the world. 41 wins, no losses, no draws, 31 wins by way of knockout. He made his junior middleweight debut against Israel Madrimov. A lot of people had a lot to say negatively about that fight because I think they're so spoiled by the knockouts that Terence Crawford has given us throughout the welterweight division. Prior to that, he stopped Errol Spence in his massive pay-per-view showdown to the surprise of everybody. We didn't expect it to go down the way it did, but that was for him to become undisputed, and at this point relinquished all the titles that he had at undisputed, which is as expected and not unexpected. Sebastian Fundora picked up the WBC and WBO straps against Tim Tszyu earlier this year, and what was the bloodiest match we've seen on paper or we've seen live in a long time. I say that because Tim Tszyu suffered a cut over the top of his head close to the end of the second. It was close to the end of the second round, and that pretty much changed the trajectory of the fight. But Tim Tszyu continued to fight on. A lot of people had a lot of complaints about the ringside doctor not stopping the fight. He couldn't see, but he fought to a split decision. To my surprise, I actually thought it was closer than what a lot of people thought. They thought Sebastian Fundora won the fight handily. I thought Tim Tszyu fought valiantly. He still was able to connect and land big punches on Sebastian Fundora when he could see, but he ultimately lost that fight and is working to get a deal done with Bakram Martulev, for the IBF junior middleweight championship. So Sebastian Fundora originally agreed to face off against Errol Spence for in defense of his unified titles. Errol Spence had told Terence Crawford via Twitter, I don't do lines, because Terence Crawford said, hey, you gotta wait in line. Errol Spence jumped into the ring after the fight with Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora to kind of, put it out there that this is what he was going to do and this is where he's at, and he's going to be the person that's going to be challenging Sebastian Fundora. But a wrinkle has already been in effect for Errol Spence, as he doesn't have a trainer. Him and Derek James fell out over money issues due to his last purse. I believe it was because Errol Spence had gave him a direct percentage of his guaranteed purse, of his guaranteed purse, but not his total purse. And so now he's without a trainer. I believe Derek James was in the process of suing Errol Spence or taking him to court, whichever, however that goes. So he doesn't have a trainer. Originally, they were talking about this fight was to take place in October, somewhere around October 12th, which would be a big day because it's 3 different fights on that day. 3 different big fights on that day. And then it was once the trainer issue started, it was said that that fight could be pushed back to around February. to give Errol Spence time to not only get in shape, but get a new trainer and get acclimated to his new trainer. Sebastian Fundora, he said that was the fight he wanted, but the WBO made it very clear that if and when he does fight Errol Spence, he will be stripped of his WBO status. Now, they did say that because they ordered Terence Crawford and Sebastian Fundora to get the fight done, they have 30 days to get a deal done, to get to agree to a deal, or the fight will go to purse bids. Now with Fundora being the unified champion, he may get a larger percentage of the purse bid if that happens. But nonetheless, this fight will be most likely Saudi Arabia. What am I trying to say? Turkey Al-Sheikh will be involved with making this fight and excuse me, paying the fighters the most money that's possible to make the fight. So I want to know what you guys think about this fight. Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am your host once again, KJ the Great. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at All Sports Media TV. Follow me on my other Instagram at KJ the Great 09. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.